Hi and welcome to this Outwell film on family camping. My name's John and I'm the company trainer for Outwell, and I'm here on this beautiful day to give you plenty of information, to fill you with inspiration and to show you plenty of innovation all about family camping. Here at Outwell, we believe that every single person out there should experience the enjoyment of outdoor living. It's our aim to make sure that that experience is so good that you'll want to do it more and more, time after time. We at Outwell are family campers, working with family campers and for family campers. So we really understand why some people may have some hesitations when it comes to outdoor living. And that really is reflected in our core values: innovation, inspiration, design, quality, functionality and unforgettable outdoor family moments. There are various different ways of pitching various different tents. For example, behind me here, these large tunnel design tents all have steel poles from front to back and therefore are very simple when it comes to pitching. Other types of tents you'll find are like this one here, where they're a large sort of dome style tent and they've got many different colours of poles. And one thing to look out for there is when they have lots of different types of poles, sometimes you'll find that the pole sleeves will be colour coded to match the poles. That should make it a lot more simple for you to pitch this sort of style of tent. Other nice little things that you can look out for when you're pitching your tent to make it a little bit more easy for you is things like pre-attached guy lines, things like fully sealed ground sheets, and maybe some tents that will come with pre-attached bedrooms as well. Certainly at Outwell we like to make it as easy as we can for you, which is why we even provide things like our easy pegging system, which is going to make it nice and easy to ensure that you've got the right peg in the right place, where again it's a colour coded system, keeping it very simple for you. A good idea before you go away is to get yourself a footprint for the tent that you're thinking about buying. This has got a couple of different advantages, one of which you can see here. You can actually lay your footprint out on your pitch to get a really good idea of where your tent is going to be positioned, but also it gives you an extra layer underneath the ground sheet of your tent, ensuring that you're going to have a little bit more protection there, a little bit more comfort underfoot and a little bit more insulation as well. So now what I'd like to do is call in a colleague here and we'll show you how easy it is to pitch one of our tents. There are limited styles and materials when it comes to tents these days, and once you've understood the basic grasp of that, you should be able to maintain and pitch any tent on today's market. It is very simple. In terms of fabric, there are three different types. You have natural fabric tents, you have combination tents which use natural fabrics and man-made fabrics, and you also have fully synthetic tents as well. Our natural fibre is a 100% ripstop pure cotton material. Many tents are made out of cotton, and the type of technology that's used can ensure that the tents will be completely waterproof in heavy rainfall. And a lot of cotton tents you'll also find have a coating on the outside to enable water to run very easily off of the surface. Another advantage of having natural fibre is that it is very, very breathable, thus removing condensation problems, and it creates a fantastic stable environment in the tent no matter what the weather. Here we can see a Polycotton tent, and this tent's fly sheet utilises both natural and man-made fibres. The advantages of this style of tent is that you'll find that it will be very, very long lasting. It's going to be very breathable on hot days and keep you nice and comfortable and cool on the inside. And actually when it's a little bit cooler outside, you'll actually feel quite warm on the inside of this one too. It reacts very, very well to the environment that it's in. It's also naturally waterproof in heavy rainfall, and there is a coating on there to ensure that water will just bead straight off of it as well. There are many man-made synthetic fibre tents out on the market these days, and generally speaking the type of material that you'll tend to find these are made out of is a polyester material. What this means is it's lighter weight, it can pack down very simply and easily and be transported around very simply as well. On polyester tents you'll find it very easy to tell just how waterproof they are by reading the hydrostatic head, and you'll often find that polyester tents are less expensive than natural fibre tents too. Many modern day tents are waterproof, and there's a very easy and simple way for you to be able to tell just how waterproof the tents are, and that's by checking out the hydrostatic head of the tent. Generally speaking, the higher the hydrostatic head of a tent, the more waterproof it will be and the longer it will stay waterproof. So for example, this tent behind me here is 6,000 hydrostatic head and this one is 5,000 hydrostatic head. Another thing to take into consideration is different types of tents. And in days gone by, people may well have said that tunnel design tents aren't quite as stable as dome style tents and things like that. However, what we've done at Outwell is we've really tried to combat this by coming up with our Outwell wind stabiliser system, which is a system that's going to really make a massive difference to the stability of your tent in high winds, ensuring that you and your family are going to be able to have an enjoyable holiday the whole time, even in the worst of weather, unlike a day like today. Comfort is definitely something that you should be thinking about when you're going on holiday. After all, you're going away to enjoy yourself and you don't want to feel cramped or small inside of your tent. So things to think about is getting in and out of your tent. Make sure there's plenty of head height for you to be able to walk in and out and get all your sort of bits and pieces in the tent very easily. Also, once you're in the tent, just make sure you've got lots of head height in here, because like I say, the last thing you want to do is be walking around crouched everywhere. And what you'll tend to find as well is lots of tents have lots and lots of space these days to allow for furniture and storage and things like that as well, which is always going to come in handy when you're on holiday. Another way of ensuring that it feels like there's plenty of space inside the tent is to make sure the tent that you choose has plenty of large windows. That's going to allow lots of light into the tent and ensure that it's going to increase the overall sense of space. And another thing that's quite important to think about in terms of comfort is ventilation, particularly in polyester tents. You have lots of different types of ventilation in many different types of tents, whereby you might have ventilation across the tops of windows, you might have mesh panels that drop down in the doors, or you'll even have large mesh ventilation panels throughout your bedrooms as well, making sure that you're going to be comfortable no matter where you are. Something else to take into consideration when you're thinking about the comfort of your holiday would maybe be to get a carpet for any living space, just to give you that nice soft feel under your feet. And also to make sure maybe that the tent has a sealed ground sheet like this one here that's going to come up at the edges, so you're not going to get any drafts in your living space. You're going to keep out any water as well from the sides, and more importantly you'll probably keep out most of those bugs as well. So there we have it. Hopefully we've inspired you to go out and enjoy the excitement of outdoor living, and more importantly will provide you with the opportunity to have unforgettable outdoor family moments. Thank you very much for watching.